Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. As usual, it is me, BlaiseMcBaine, and back again for 2 weeks in a row, it is Boss. Boss, how's it going, man?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
I haven't seen you in like a week.
Yeah, Destiny exists.
That's very true. I'm doing all right. It's been a week, and we're
Yeah,
gonna talk
I've
about
heard
that
a
through
little
the
bit.
episode.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of ups and downs. And then I have some things to talk about, and they'll probably get listened to, and that this will all make sense after games of the week. It'll all make sense. And it's gonna be fine. But yeah, man, it's been a decent time. So
Yeah.
we're heading into a busy week. Track starts back this week. I'm
Oof.
excited. Luke's starting running club this week. That's new. It's gonna be a
Nice.
good time. And I've been slamming some games, dude. I think you've only been slamming one game though since we played Nobody Saves the World last week.
Yep.
And to be
The
fair,
one and only
before we
game.
talk about Destiny, Nobody Saves the World
That's
is a
such a
really
fun
fun
game.
game.
Yeah. We gotta play that
That was
again
that was so
sometime.
chill, and it just has like it's quirky, it's fun. You get to transform into different things. They have different abilities.
Listen,
It was a really good time.
I found a game that I can be a rat and I'm sold. Alright.
Yeah, dude.
I can be a
You can
rat,
well, I
I
mean,
can go
you
out
can
and
be
chomp things.
you can be a rat in so many games, PUBG, Tarkov, but in this game you can be a
A
legitimate
literal
rat,
rat, yeah.
and that's where we're at right now. And you can also be was it a horse or was it a donkey? It
Yeah,
was
it was a
horses, right?
horse, yeah.
And the horse actually, when you attack, you have to kick backwards. You have to position yourself correctly. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's super sick. It's really creative. It has that same like art style as like Castle Crashers, kind of.
It has the
So
same
if you're
vibe
into
that
that
Castle
type of game,
Crashers, yeah.
yeah, if you like that type of um, art style, that type of comedy, that kind of stuff, it's definitely where it's at.
For
But
sure.
anywho, how's Destiny going, man?
Pretty good. Yeah, last night I grinded my brains out. I did like 10 to 15 Master Nightfalls and got absolutely
Jesus.
nothing. Not a
Oh, we
single
love that,
not
dude.
a single Nightfall weapon, only 3 Ascendant shards, and that's it.
uh,
That's literally it. I got a bunch of garbage exotics, you know how it is. Um,
we love that, dude.
I tried a single Grandmaster, which right now I'm at like 1350 light, and it's recommended 1370. So
Oh, so you had a good time.
yeah. But we were doing fine up until we got to the boss. I don't know if you remember the Devil's Lair strike where you have to fight that giant servitor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a fun time.
It's not a bad strike, but we got to the end and we're sitting in this little cubby hole of safety and one of us goes out to I don't know stun a champion or get damage on the boss or something, and the boss just decides I'm gonna teleport above all of you. And since we had one of us outside of the cubbyhole, he triggered his melee and wiped everyone in less than a second.
Yo,
And
that's
in
funny.
in GMs, if you wipe, you go back to orbit.
Oh no, dude.
Needless to say, we did not try that again because it was an LFG group, so we all just kind of like left after like a minute of contemplating what we're doing with our lives. Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
I think that sets people on a whole new level of tilt. I feel like.
it it's like we can't even be tilted at each other because we were doing fine. We had the boss like half HP, second damage phase, and he's just like I've never ever seen him teleport there ever.
That's
So
crazy,
he
dude.
basically just
And
walked
it's
in
always
and said "fuck you guys" and your grandmaster and left.
yeah, and it's so hard with like LFG groups to achieve something like that, and then like you fail and stay together. Like only time you stay
Yeah,
together is if you're in an organized group.
yeah, for sure. So
That's crazy, man.
we spent like half an hour on that, and we got wiped in less than a second. So it just felt really bad. I basically stopped playing after that night.
That sounds like some of my Smite games this week.
Oh
I
yeah,
played for like half an hour. It felt really bad, and then I queued again though. That's the only difference.
yeah.
But anything else Destiny wise happening? Anything other
Um,
than that fun?
other than like I have to grind Nightfalls more tomorrow because I need to get the sniper rifle that's going away, and today's the last week to get it. So you know.
We're in the same boat, dude. I have to grind Halo. You know, the better Bungie game.
Okay, are we gonna
and
get into this right now?
no, I'm just joking. No, they're both good. But I have to do that because they have a Cyberpunk event going on, and I'm 2 rewards away. So I need to complete 2 of those missions in order to get the last 2 pieces. But it sucks because the way their system works is like you could complete a mission, and the replacement may not be a mission for the event.
What?
Which is absolutely stupid.
No, that's
like that system
horrible.
has to be it has to be revamped, dude. It's the same problem with the
Ew.
Tanari event, with the samurai armor.
Yeah.
You can complete an event, it won't necessarily replace it with an event mission.
I hate that.
Which
That's
is
horrible.
So stupid.
If you're doing an event
The only
like
good
that,
thing
you
they've done
need to have like different event missions that are separate from like normal or daily missions.
Yeah, like why are they in the weeklies?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a whole thing about it that is just absolutely aggravating. What I do think needs to happen, in all honesty, is them make a separate category or make it where they just, whenever an event's going on, they just add 2 mission slots or something like that
Either
to the
that
weeklies.
or just make like all the weeklies just give the XP for that event while it's active.
Yeah, well the problem is like each time you complete one mission, it's a full level reward, so they don't want people completing it in a day. But like some people are going to complete it in a day anyways.
If you're
but
doing
who cares?
weekly missions,
it's just dumb.
If you're doing weekly missions, you know, maybe there's only like, I don't know, 5. That's only 5 levels per week. If you have enough for like 3 weeks, that's 15 levels for the missions, and then maybe like, you know, like a 20.
Well, these events usually
pass.
only last like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
See, I think that's too little. I think they need to extend it and make it longer, but make it harder to finish.
I will give them this. They have fixed the shop to where it's not so outrageously priced.
That's good.
Because for anybody that knows the prices they were charging for armor sets and stuff, it was absolutely insane.
Yeah, wasn't it like 2,000 for a full set or something like that? I think I saw that.
Yeah, it works out to be like $18 for like the Iron Man looking set.
Yeah, that's...
Which like I'm a huge Iron Man fan, so I bought it like
too much.
100%. But like the new set for the Cyberpunk one was like $7. And like, or I guess it's 700, which works out to be like $5 or $6, whatever. Like, I'll pay that for a skin. I don't care.
Yeah, $5 for like a cosmetic isn't bad.
Yeah, 20 feels a little bit iffy.
Yeah,
but I will say like they're moving in the right direction. The game feels good. I'm excited for them to bring co-op in May, and as far as the campaign and to like see what other stuff they have coming. Like I do think the game's moving in the right direction. Though it suffers the same problem Call of Duty has, where it needs anti-cheat. I don't understand how that. If you're making a game that's multiplayer right now, how do you not have anti-cheat?
Oh, I guess I can loop back to the cheating thing on Destiny. So I did trials on Friday. I ran some trials on Osiris 3 stacks. We ran into like 5 hackers. I'm talking
that,
like I peek a corner, they like 180 around and headshot me 3 times before I can even shoot them.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, it's really fun. But like, Destiny, like,
I just want anti-cheat.
It seems like it's, well, because like we have the Battle Eye launcher, so like that's decent anti-cheat. It's just
right. And I'm not saying Destiny in general. I'm just saying as a whole, if we're making competitive multiplayer games, why don't we have anti-cheat?
I mean, it's so easy to get anti-cheat installed for your. I mean, there's like, you know, easy anti-cheat. There's Battle Eye. There's so many options, and they just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Reason. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going with my games?
Go for it, man.
Okay, Wild Rift update came out for the Lunar New Year, and they released a Teemo Lunar New Year skin. I'm buying it. I haven't bought it yet. I'm buying it. Love Wild Rift. I have been slamming queues on Wild Rift and just absolutely fragging in ranked. So I'm having a good time there. Nothing like super crazy from last week where I thought I got a Penta or anything like that. It's just been a good time. Along with that, Season 9 of Smite came out. And I think the game Slash is a fantastic game mode, first of all. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, from what I played it feels really good. I played a little bit with Chance and Wanted. And,
that's right. I remember you saying that.
That was a fun time. That we had a good time. It was just chill, you know, the boys back together from like, God, I want to say like 2019 when we played together. So felt good to get back with them.
That's pretty sick.
It was fun.
the Conquest map, the changes there feel really good. I think the pacing of the game feels better. I think having the obelisk to fight over and that being a pretty strong thing in the game is interesting. I believe I said in PTS that junglers should be getting it and not supports. And guess what? Guess what gets the obelisk, boss?
Junglers.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Wow, it's crazy. You predicted
premonition.
something else.
Yeah,
I never saw that coming.
On a side note, what's crazy right now and what's really bothering people is there's 8 ADC builds floating around right now, like viable ADC builds.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, Atlantis exists. Crit is still amazing, especially with the changes they made. I think that feels really good from what I've seen.
I'm in debate about that because I built crit the other day, and I crit and Nike for 232 was the best crit I got on her.
I mean,
it was a bad time, but that's neither here nor there. Crit is still good. Silver Branch is absolutely broken.
Yeah,
from what I've heard. I actually haven't tested it yet. I'm actually running builds that aren't the meta builds right now, like testing some stuff, and I found some interesting things in there. Like, I think Transcendence is still really good. I think it's kind of underrated right now. From everything I've seen.
I mean, everyone's just going on about crit. I can see Transcendence kind of floating under the radar a little bit. To be honest.
Me and Leone were talking about Chiron, and I ran him in rank, and I went 14-6 and 15 in this rank game, and we lost.
That's
I built.
I remember you.
I had trans and like Heartseeker and stuff. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Our Oleron was as bad. We went 2-2, but Chiron feels good. Chiron feels really good.
I mean, when has Chiron not felt good since like the beginning of season 7? Let's be honest.
I was gonna actually say preseason 7.
Yeah.
But after our rank games, Leone and I ended up playing with Gactyl, Embright, and Angusari. We had a good time. I played Kernanos. He actually feels really good right now.
Yeah, because he has a what is it? A cripple on his
Yeah, his two got changed where it's really good now.
Yeah. The cripple must be really nice.
I stole FG as X-Ball against 5 people that night.
Nice.
And then oh yeah, I have a clip that if anybody wants to see it, Leone blinks as King Arthur to go try to kill a Baka, and like he blinks and then no one's around. It's my favorite clip of Leone.
Wait, so he just blinks into nothing?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It brought me so much joy, dude. On Wednesday we had the Hyper Noob scrimming, and Ruditas had a crazy play on Oleron.
I remember seeing that, dude. That game was crazy good.
I don't think this Ganesh knew.
Didn't the enemy team just like quit after the first game?
After the first game, yeah.
Oh my god.
Which I'll talk about what happened last night too. So he's on Oleron, and this Ganesh decides to hide behind the tower to back. And I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure Oleron one goes through towers.
I remember watching that.
And he starts charging up, and the Ganesh decides to stop his back and move a little bit to the left. Well, his right. And right through the tower goes Oleron's ability and kills him. And I was like, oh my god.
I remember the first time I got by that. It went through the tower, and I'm like, that should not be a thing where it goes through towers. That just shouldn't exist.
I have something that's going to make you more mad in a little bit. But I also have, and it's not what I'm about to say, Asotirho through Riptide.
Yep.
Bolivian's beads into the Riptide, and it knocked him into the enemy tier 1
tower, yeah.
And he got killed by it. And I was like, oh, dude, that is unfortunate. But those were some like crazy plays that happened in that game.
Yeah.
Hyper Noob stomped an enemy team. So the enemy team was plat players looking for diamond scrims, and apparently like their mentals just got shattered.
I mean, you can't be a plat team and look for diamond scrims. Like, plat is just so below diamond, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
Like, if you're gold and you want to look for plat scrims, go ahead. That's not terrible. If you're
the plat diamond jump is crazy.
That skill difference is wild.
Even the Diamond Masters jump is sort of significant. It's not
Yeah,
as bad, I don't
yeah,
think, but like it is significant.
it is pretty high.
So after their scrims, me and Vio slammed like I think 6 or 7 slash queues. One of which Kenny sends me a build. He goes, "Hey, can you run this build?" And I was like, "Sure." And I'd already said I was gonna
You
play
did it on
Rama the next game,
yeah.
and I
You
didn't even
build
think
Crusher on it?
about the build. It was Cal Crusher, Atalanta's Hydra's Domination Oboe.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I think Crusher's still a good item on Rama, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I mean, it procs on his dash and it procs on his ult. It's a lot of ult damage. I will give you that. It's a lot of ult damage. It doesn't really feel like it makes an impact on his 3. But, like, the extra attack
Yeah.
speed's nice on him, for sure.
All right. So Thursday night, I hit the rank grind a little bit. All right. I play 4 games, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I lost 2. I won 2. I started at 1500 MMR. I ended the night at 1500 MMR, which has been the season 9 trend as of late.
Yeah.
But I did play against Guy J
Ooh.
and another like SEC player. All right, in those 4 games, how many steals do you think I had, boss, of objectives?
I'm gonna... See, I would guess normally, but you're not someone who gets normal steals. You're someone who gets insane out of the membrane steals, so 5. I'm gonna go for 5.
Okay, well, you're close. I think I got 4.
Oh, okay.
One of them was on Geb.
Okay. All right.
There was 5 people on Gold Fury, and I just walk up, and I'm just moving. I'm like strafing back and forth, and they just decide that they're going to ignore me, and I just ult and shockwave and take Gold Fury.
Please tell me
okay.
Please tell me you just walked away after that.
Yeah, I did. I rolled out, I think. And then against Guy J, they had 2 people on Gold Fury, and I stole Gold Fury. I think I might have got a kill too. And then they had 5 on Fire Giant, and I stole Fire Giant that game.
Wow.
And then here's the one that's going to make you mad about abilities going through walls. There were 5 people in one of my games on Gold.
Oh, okay.
I walk up as Charybdis.
Yep, and
I ult, I hit somebody, and then I'm throwing my 1 out, and Ymir decides, I don't like you hitting me with this 1 and doing damage to everybody.
And he walled.
Throws his wall. And I activate my 2 and throw it through the wall and steal Gold Fury.
Yep.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Charybdis 2 going through walls?
Visually, it shouldn't be a thing, but I think it's an alright ability to go through a wall, seeing as how it's not.
I don't think it's that strong. I don't think it's that strong of an ability.
I don't think it is. It does like a decent 300-400 damage late game. It's not horrible.
You're using that ability for the slow.
Yeah, you're using it for the slow and it gives
Prot Shred.
Yeah, Prot Shred. Yeah. So you're using that on a tank, and then after that, you're just wailing on them with your 1.
So Friday night, I am on a new team for comp called #DamnItBusha right now. That's the name of the team.
Yep.
And I'm playing jungle. It's the first time we've ever played as a 5-man. We're supposed to be facing a low plat team. They have subs that are diamond, but the rest of the team is, plat. I don't really care about that. It is what it is. Game 1, I go out there. I'm playing Gilgamesh jungle. Usually a pretty good pick for me. And it all went downhill when I try to go gank solo lane at like level 3. And I drop kick the Osiris. He gets stunned. And then Majin stuns him with Achilles. And I'm like, okay, surely this guy's dead.
That sounds
good,
I
think they had I think they had Dodgy. Like Dodgy's coming in. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die, but like we're gonna get a kill.
Yeah.
And then Majin just stands still. Double kill goes to the enemy team.
Yeah, he DC'd. I remember seeing that.
An ally has disconnected.
Yep. Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's how the rest of this game's gonna go.
Yeah.
Because Majin's cat, just like it did with the podcast, reset his PC. I was like, that's super unfortunate. We did not win that game.
Good.
I went to go steal Gold Fury, and I fat fingered my 3 instead, which feels really good on Gilgamesh when you fat finger a leap instead of Winds of Samash. And that's that. We lost that game. Game 2. I'm like, hey, pick Apollo. They're like, well, we just picked Apollo. And I was like, yeah, but I want to play it. And I said, plus, then they'll think we're picking it for carry again. And they're like, okay, fine. Dude, I popped off on Apollo. I was everywhere on the map.
Apollo
I was doing
jungle
damage.
is so fun, man. It's so
I
nice.
had.
I can just imagine how good it is with New Atlantis, just running it in the jungle.
I had the jungle buff.
Yep.
And then into Transcendence. And then I think I got Atalantis after that. Dude, I was slapping.
Yeah.
I had top damage by a lot.
I'm not surprised.
It was insane.
I think Apollo is probably one of the best junglers right now, for sure.
I turned a fight at Gold Fury. I was like, I'm going in for the kills. They're like, I don't know if you can do that. And I almost came away with a triple. I got the double and got them off of Gold Fury. But I also had it where I went to go kill Ares, and the Gold Fury body blocked my autos and saved his life. I've never been so upset. I was like, this is what I get for stealing so many objectives this moment right now.
Yeah.
So then the rest of my weekend goes like this, all right? Because after that, I queue with Aang, Depp, VO. I think we picked up someone else later on. Maybe we just did 4-mans the whole time. All right, it's Triple Worshippers weekend. I start slamming the King Arthur queues because that's my bot G Diamond challenge. It turns out when I'm playing with other people and I'm playing King Arthur, I win like 1 out of 6 games. If I play by myself, which I did yesterday, I pop off. And not necessarily pop off, but like I win and I have decent numbers. Except for the game where the enemy King Arthur got a Pinta and I was real heated.
Oh.
Yeah, that was in an arena. And like he literally, everybody was low and he just like hit 2 abilities and got a Pinta. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
That feels sick.
The most skillful Penta you've ever seen, dude.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to go into my games about King Arthur because like I tried a variety of builds. I will say if you want to have fun, Bluestone, Crusher, Jotun's Ferocity, Soul Eater, all feel really good together. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
King Arthur
I did play Yorm that night. Yorm feels good, dude.
I mean,
Yorm is sick right now.
Yeah, with his buffs were insane. That and the item buffs, like he loves every single item that's in that meta right now. 100%.
Yeah, he felt really good. And then yesterday morning I played with Fro, right? Listen to the enemy assault comp they got.
I remember,
Zeus, Artio, Artemis, the Morgan, Hercules.
Yeah, so
you don't win that game.
Yeah.
Double Zeus, dude. It was awful.
Oh.
Like Tusky into double Zeus, yeah, it feels real good.
Or double Tusky into Zeus. Oh my god.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Horrible. Any of that just feels bad.
Yeah.
I did finish King Arthur last night. Nice. Got him to Diamond. I'm not playing him anymore. And then I did Poseidon Jungle last night for a game, and Poseidon Jungle feeling real good. Nimble Rada Tahuti.
With Nimble Rod, yep.
And then you go into Doom Orb.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me tell you.
You're cruising there.
And then you can go get like Hecate and Telecon. Dude, it just feels good.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then to top off the end of my games, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 again. I've been playing it all throughout the week. Very lightly, because I don't want to just like fully invest into it because I'm still a little bit iffy if I want to get back into it. I played for like an hour last night to chill and like cool down on stream.
Right.
I had a blast. I was killing everything. I was like relearning my keybinds. I almost have my keybinds down. I don't know if I talked about this last episode, but I went from a 12 buttons on the side of my mouse to 16. So I went from like a 16 button mouse to a 24 button mouse, and that's like a huge jump, and it feels really weird.
Yeah.
But I almost got that down. I'm feeling good about it, and I'm actually considering. I've talked about this before. Monday streams have been really lacking for the past couple months. Like they just aren't doing very well number wise. And I am trying to slightly start working towards partner and like work on building the community because I did get turned down for Smite partner again.
Right.
One of the issues is my numbers. And I think numbers have been going up. Numbers have been going up for the past couple months. We finally broke 300 followers this week. And that's not due to the event I'm going to talk about in a little bit. I had broken that before that.
Yeah.
So we're still growing. I feel good about it. And I think maybe I bring in Guild Wars 1 or 2 nights a week on the side.
Sure.
And maybe bring the guild back, get some people in there, do some organized events.
It's a really chill game, yeah.
And I'm just thinking about it. I'm going to finish the Living Story on stream, I think. Some people said they'd be interested in that. So I'm going to go through Living Story up into the new X-Pack, which kind of leads us into our first gaming topic this week. I want to know. So the new Guild Wars expansion is coming out, and I went and read about it, and I'm kind of excited about some of the things that they're doing. But the game comes out in February and has no release date.
Oh, why?
I tried thinking about this, boss. Have you ever heard of a game releasing as a game or an X-Pack or just some type of content that says, hey, we're not going to tell you the release date until it's in the month of the release?
No, I haven't.
And here's what's crazier. They have a schedule, right, of like events they're doing in February.
Right.
So it can't release before, I think it's like February 15th because they have an event that day.
Why?
But like
That's
like February.
What?
Here's the crazy. Yeah, February 11th is when they're showing off the last like elite spec, which is engineer.
Right.
But we have nothing other than that.
Why? Why would you do that? That like you're hurting yourself at that point because you're not building up hype in time enough for it. Because you're gonna release.
I feel two ways about
like,
it, right?
What, on the 1st of February, and it's gonna be for like February 20th or something.
No. So there's been trailers released. Like we have like trailers about the content.
Okay.
There's been betas about the elite specs, but there's been no concrete. That was rough.
Yeah.
Concrete release date.
Okay.
Because they had a release date that was supposed to be last year. It was supposed to be August.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're pushing it back to February. And everybody's like, oh, okay. But they still haven't given us a date in February. Apparently, February 1st, this Tuesday, is supposed to be when we find out.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
But I still think that's such a weird way to handle it.
It
of
is.
Like, you're less than a month away from launch. Some people take days off for things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know a couple of people who are taking, 2 days off for the new Destiny DLC launch.
I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I saw that and I was like, I got to talk to Boss about it. Now, the things they're adding in the new X-Pack kind of have me excited. Because in PvE, like I try to do raids, but I just couldn't find a good raid group. Like I do them from time to time, but I just didn't enjoy the people that I had running raids in my group because they would bring like half the people in not full builds and then half the people in full builds and expect to clear it. And it was just not a fun time.
Yeah.
But they're adding these new things called strike missions, and that sounds exciting. So I'm curious to see how that goes.
Oh, so kind of like Destiny strikes, almost.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. They haven't released any information about them.
That's
besides
what it
that, like I guess
like.
you go in as a group of 5, and like it's supposed to be like a mission scenario. Because right now they have fractals, which are instead of releasing new dungeons, they release new fractals, and you can go this fractal menu like 1 through 100, and you have to, as you go higher up, you have to have more of this thing called agony resistance in your gear, so you don't tick damage constantly.
Okay.
But along with that, like they get different mutations or whatever you want to call it, modifiers on the enemies. So like you might have enemies that when you kill them, they explode with poison damage or something like that, or they constantly do torment or something like that.
Nightfalls, I gotcha.
So I'm curious to see what this strike mission thing is, because it sounds like it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
And I can get behind that, especially if they make it where it's like PvX. Like, I'm about that.
For sure.
Where kind of how, like, those games like Scavengers or even like the new Battlefield where, like, it has people that you play against in it. I think that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I doubt that's what it is. I don't. It's probably just 5 people go and do a PvE event, which is still sounds pretty sick. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into the other topic this week. And some people that are going to be related to this topic might be listening to it, and that's fine. So BlaiseMcBaine, I've said this. I am a teacher and a coach in real life. I teach at a high school. I mostly teach college courses. I coach cross country and track. And I have done very, very good at people not finding out that I create content on the internet. I had someone find out a few years ago, and there were some issues that were caused with that, where they like took a clip of me talking about Luke and something that Luke said, and then they kept showing it to people and talking about Luke in a negative way. And that really frustrated me because, like, why are you talking crap about a 3-year-old? But
yeah.
That's neither here nor there. That that ship had gone and sailed, and I made sure after that I did a very good job about hiding all of the stuff that I create on the internet. In fact, like if you type in my real name, my Twitch doesn't show up, my Twitter doesn't show up, like none of it.
That's good.
So like I took the effort to make it where I couldn't be found. In comes, I think it was Wednesday. Maybe it was Thursday. It's Thursday morning.
It was whenever
it was Thursday morning, but Wednesday night.
I think.
Yeah, it was Wednesday night, but the repercussions of Wednesday night happened Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, I get 2 new follows on Twitch, and they're old students. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And they say Mr. and what my last name is. I have no problem saying my last name is Walker, but I do consider that to be doxing. Like you're mentioning things about my real identity that I don't necessarily want out there.
Yeah.
And I find that frustrating. I'll get to that in a little bit too. Well, one of them calls someone who is a current student and tells them about it. And then I get a follow on Twitter before I go to bed that night. And I'm like, oh, tomorrow's going to be a really fun day. And it was. I walk into my class and they're like, hey, Mr. Walker, do you care to explain this? And I said, no, I don't. As they're trying to Apple Play to my TV and I shut the TV off. And then they start playing Kepri Bezos. So at this point, the only thing they know is that I made a YouTube song about Kepri.
Yeah.
This later leads to them finding out that I stream, which I knew would happen because those people had followed me on stream.
Of course, yeah.
So the only reason they found me is because the 2 people that followed me the night before had apparently watched my stream at some point and followed me or were gifted a sub when they found it, and they hadn't been on this account in years. They got on the account, they got access back to their account, saw, oh, BlaiseMcBaine streaming Smite. And they're like, oh, who's that? And they clicked on it and it was me.
Wow.
Talk about the most unlucky situation that I could be in. To the point that Friday morning when I walk into class, they're like, oh, Mr. Walker, I really liked your stream last night. Your music's good, blah, 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 blah. You should play this. I'm like, look, now's not the time. Get this, boss. One of my students walks up and said, hey, I tried to donate last night. Here's $5.
Okay.
Absolutely not. That is absolutely not okay. I was extremely frustrated. It took everything within me not to say something.
Yeah.
Because I personally think that's just like crossing the line. It's not okay.
Yeah.
It has been a week. It has been a week. And I debated, like I had a debate about like I pulled the YouTube videos and stuff. I pulled all of them.
Yeah.
I ended up reposting them because I have this philosophy of like, hey, like this is something I do outside of work. I don't talk negative about my work or really about my work at all. Like right now I'm talking about it, but like I'm not talking about what I do at work or specific students in general.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy my job. I do. Like, yeah, being a teacher has its ups and downs and it can suck a lot of the time considering the pandemic's going on. But like I don't have anything super negative to say about my job. I don't talk about my job. I don't cuss on my stream. I don't say anything political on my stream. And I was like, I'm going to keep doing me because there is another teacher at my school that does stream and is more open about it and has played with students. And I won't even do that. Like if I find out you're a student, I will not play with you.
Yeah.
If I find out like you somehow like someone, this is another funny thing, joined the Discord because I baited it at the beginning of the stream on Thursday when I saw I had like 7 follows or whatever.
Yeah.
And I posted a Discord link and someone joined, immediately put them in detention to where they can't see any channels or anything. And I get to class on Friday, they're like, why'd you put me in detention on Guild or on Discord? Because you don't need to be in my Discord, dog. Like, that's simple as that.
That's so funny.
Big brain, dude. So, needless to say, last night I'm streaming. And I think this is the tipping point for me, where I've kind of let this all go, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and really just, because at the grand scheme of things, like if they know, whatever, there's nothing I can do about it, and I don't do anything super negative that should impact me in a negative way. Will I possibly have to have a meeting with admin at some point? Probably, but that is what it is.
Yeah.
One of the old students comes into my chat last night and starts going, "Hey, Mr. Blah blah blah." you should go check out so and so's stream. They just started streaming.
Okay, dude.
Here's the thing. If that happens again, I'm gonna time them out. I even said, do not dox me.
Yeah,
and they said,
well,
I won't, at least for right now, I won't. No, like, just don't do it or I'm going to ban you. That's how this is going to work. Like, this isn't a back and forth relationship where we're like buddies and you think you have some sort of power. Like, I'm just going to hit the ban button, dog.
yeah.
Like that.
No, like
easy solution to my problem.
That's like number one, like Twitch etiquette. If you're a Twitch viewer, don't go promoting someone else's stream in another streamer's chat. That's the scumbaggiest thing you can ever do on Twitch. Especially if like it's a, like a streamer that's still trying to grow and they, maybe have like 10 viewers in their chat and you go say, "Hey, so and so is streaming," That's messed up.
Yeah, that's kind of where I like hit the point last night. And don't like pretend like, oh, I just won't dox you this time. No, I'm literally just going to hit the ban button.
Yeah, no, that's like it's dumb.
That was the mind-boggling part to me. Like, everything else I've been able to deal with and it's been fine. Like, is it a little bit annoying here and there? Sure. But this alone, that's what like sent me over the edge. I was like, no, I'm not playing that.
Yeah,
like, that's
I
not
don't
how this is
blame
going to
you.
work. But I don't really have anything else to say on that. I just wanted to share with everybody, like, when we asked about what was my week like, that's what it was like. I dealt with that all week, and that was interesting time.
That sounds
and I feel
really
like it's
fun,
well, and I feel like in some sense, like, it has affected my stream because, like, I don't know, like, I'm even more aware of it, which I already was. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
it's just weird. I don't know, but whatever, it is what it is. We move on. We grow. We learn. And I think I have some names of the week this week. And I think I've actually put them in the right channel. Oh yeah, I did.
I have a couple as well, actually.
I have Real Gimli 777. I am Groot.
Yep.
Thomas Nookington. Dr. Toilet Clogger. Yo, shout out to this guy because they followed me on stream after I played with them.
Oh,
and then
sick.
No, sorry. They followed me on stream. I'd played with them once the other night. They followed me on stream. Then I got them in a rank game and they died at level 1 and they rage quit.
Oh.
Yeah. and my personal favorite, Nene for your mom.
Oh,
what names do you have, boss?
Okay, so in Destiny, I don't know if you know what a new light is, but it's basically just a new player to the season.
Right.
Low season level and all that. His name was just flat out God. just flat
sick.
out. I have a couple Smite ones. I'm your step bro. And you know Pooh.
Oh my god,
and
dude.
Glazer is Big Tex. And I think I have a couple more. Hold on.
I found 2 more from Wild Rift. I knew I saved them on my phone separately.
Yeah.
I got Tristana named Always High as AF. And this one's funny because like it's spelt with like numbers too. It's Big Boob Lovers. And they're playing Caitlyn. Which made me laugh.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a fun time, dude.
Here we go. We got Big Nuts 69.
Oh
and
my God,
Witch
dude.
Khalifa.
Wow.
And yeah, that's all I have for this week.
All right, that takes us on to our random question of the week, which I actually put in our. It's not on my notes. It's on our DMs.
Yeah.
What is your go-to class in a game or dream class?
So
do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first, even though I'm still iffy on this.
Okay.
In most games I like DPS. In something like Paladins, Overwatch, I'll always want to go DPS. Destiny, I'll always want to run the most DPS I can, blah blah blah. But I also really like doing like support in tank.
Yeah.
I think those are really fun. I think it feels good in a group to be helping the team and stuff. And overall, it's just kind of a more chill time where you don't really have to worry about DPS, and you just kind of have to worry about keeping everyone safe, which it usually isn't horrible if you're with a good group. And I think it's just a more relaxing playstyle than DPS, so I like to, switch it up every once in a while.
I got you.
Dream
I
class wise, I'd love to see more assassin classes that just go behind like enemy lines and just kill everything. That's what I really want out of a couple games.
I agree, and I don't mean with stealth. I mean like where you get the benefit of like maybe it's like lighter footsteps or your footsteps
Yeah,
can't be heard.
exactly. Like because I feel like stealth and like invisibility is just kind of cheating.
Right. Like
I feel like
there's aspects of
if
it that
you
are
can
broken.
find like routes that no one takes to get behind them, that's more, better gameplay in my opinion.
Or like maybe like a phantasmal dash where like you like
Yeah,
turn ghost for a second, something
yeah,
like that.
something like that.
So it's weird, right? On Smite, and I guess I should talk about MMOs. MMOs, I like to play glass cannons to start with. I've always been that way. I always love to play range classes. This is how I played Guild Wars. I played Mesmer, which is a ranged like mage class where you create clones and you just put out a ton of damage. And then once I've learned how to do that and live, then I'm like, okay, now I want to play tanks a little bit. Because if I can live as a glass cannon, then I can surely live as a tank.
Yeah, for sure.
And do what I need to do. I really like spell swords and basically like bruiser classes type where you can like you have like hybrid DPS. I always enjoy that in like MMOs and even like games like Oblivion and stuff. In Smite, I'm like ADC jungle.
Yeah.
Which is weird because in League, I've transitioned to that too, where like I like ADC and jungle. It used to be jungle and then top, which is solo lane. But like I'm ADC jungle. Like I want to do damage or I want to like be sneaky and blow you up. One of the two.
Yeah.
And what's weird is when I play a game like Paladins or even Rogue Company that kind of falls in that same avenue, I like playing supports. I don't know what it is about it. Like I just enjoy supports in those games.
Supports and Paladins feels really good. Like
I think they have the best support classes in any game.
100%, man. It's so nice to run supports in that game.
I think it's like Paladins is hugely underrated as it is.
Oh, 100%.
But I think their supports in that game are the best supports in any game that's like that, where it's like MOBA shooter-esque.
Yeah.
I think their design on supports is just so good because they also have like damage supports, tank supports, or just straight up. And I'm not talking about like when I say supports, I mean their healing classes. Their regular supports are really well done too. But their healing class in that game, where they have like a variety of different types of healers, is just so good. And their tanks are that way too, like where you have like these off tanks and main tanks. Like I don't know, they do such a good job. Yeah, and when I see people being like, "I love Overwatch," I just don't get it, bro. What's the last time you got a content update besides skins for Overwatch?
Yeah, exactly. I played a crap ton of Overwatch when it first came out. I'm talking like
Same.
back when Torbjorn was broken.
Oh yeah. I played a lot for like the first year. I played a lot.
After like what was that sniper's name that they released, like Anna or something?
Yeah.
After
the
she
healing
came
sniper?
out, after she came out, I was done. I was like, this game is going downhill quick.
My problem with that game is a variety of things that I'm not going to get into right now. But like, I will say, I think Paladins, like their system for designing characters feels really good.
And it's still like being regularly updated with really good skins, may I add. Like,
yes.
Insanely very high quality skins. And well-designed characters. I mean, they just released a character that can ricochet bullets off of a coin. You can't tell me that's not sick. Like
their new assassin classes came out 7.
Really?
I haven't played them yet. Yeah, and like there's a drastic overhaul of the game that I haven't played. Like Cauterize is gone. It's out of the game.
Oh,
it's built into your kit now. It's built into your kit. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
It's kind of like what they did with series, where like they used to be able to take a ability card to get it to where it healed other people off the main heal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like I think them cutting the Pro League obviously was a huge travesty to the Pro League and that community, but it has allowed them to strictly focus on the game and spend money just on the game, and we've gotten a way better product.
100%. And then like
So
if they want to like look at the Pro League again with the like revamped game, I think it would do a lot better as well.
I do too. I think the exposure to that game is going to grow over time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I really enjoy, like, I like mage classes in Guild Wars. Right now I'm playing a tank because I used to command a bunch, and like it requires being sort of tanky, or at least like bruiser. So
Well, yeah, because you need to
I'm
stay
pretty excited
alive
to get back to my Mesmer.
actually command. That makes sense.
Well, when I first started commanding, I played my Mesmer, which was fine, but after their power scaling and the way it's been done, like that's not possible anymore. Like I can play tank Mesmer, but I can't do what I used to do because there's so many different types of damage in the game.
Yeah.
But I think that was a good question. I mean, like I enjoy DPS. Like I love that in a lot of games. Like it just feels good.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels nice to be a bruiser character and just blow somebody up.
Yeah, and still just like live, you know.
Like Mannequin's Geb, dude. Mannequin's Geb feels real good.
Let's not.
Solo Hoi. You solo
No,
Hoi.
stop.
Yeah, dude.
What do you mean, dude? Solo
anyways,
AMC with all 4 hammers.
Yo, dude. I mean, Runeforge is real good right now.
Yeah.
It's actually being like first item built in solo.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah. But I guess we should get on out of here. Do you have any shout outs you want to do, boss?
Shout outs to the group that I found for the day 1 raid for Witch Queen.
That's pretty sick,
they're
dude.
a bunch of chill guys. We got someone from Germany, you know. Really
Nice.
a big group of chill dudes. And I think that day 1 raid, even if we don't beat it day 1, I think it's still gonna be a lot of fun. And I don't really think that this is the kind of group to get tilted. So I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, we like that. We like that. Okay, I have a couple things to shout out and say as we wind down here. Hey, shout out to Kenny for reaching max rank in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel right now.
Oh, did he hit plat, like Diamond 1?
Plat 1.
Yeah,
Plat 1. Yeah, I think it's Plat 1. I don't know. He hit the highest rank that you can achieve right now.
Yeah.
And then shout out again to Bot G for having me on last week. If you want to go listen to that episode, it's on Spotify. I tweet out a link and it's in the Discord as well. You can find it there. And then just as a reminder, February 18th, 19th, and 20th, I am hosting an event that I put together with several other content creators called Rising Dawn, a charity event for mental health, more specifically for Guardians Mental Health, that sends out mental health kits. They have access to helping you find mental health providers. They have a Discord where they can help you get that help as well. We're going to work on trying to raise money for them. Our goal is to get to $1,000. There's going to be a variety of different incentives for that as far as milestones and donation incentives. I'm working on trying to pull some of the old Bot G Had a Purgatory stuff for donation incentives. So I think that'll be fun. We're going to have, extension of stream time. I think we're going to do go to a 12-hour stream, then 20-hour stream or something like that, or 24-hour stream will be 2 of the milestones. One of the milestones, I'm going to shave my beard, and the other milestone is I'm going to write a new parody song to go with Kepri Bezos. So we have a lot of stuff going on. Content creators that are currently helping out with that are going to be LokiDad, Ladies of Smite, FroDoubleG, Nevea03, Lief, and I believe some of the other people from BMT, Boom555, Monkey Milt. I think Frog from AGL Casting is going to help. AGL is helping us out by putting information out about it. And anybody else that wants to help out, you can get in contact with me and we can figure out something for you to do. But I hope you all have a great week and take it easy out there. Bye.
Peace.